Hello and good morning. Welcome to Triple Crowns team. I am your leader, Tatsumaki. Love you guys. I've been actively avoiding gang fights for quite a while after the recent updates, so I could be powerful enough and have enough gems to attempt it all 3 rounds. I don't want to just get through 1 round and then have nothing, and then have the next 2 rounds come and not be able to finish them. I want to try to get all 3 legendaries, if I can. I'll be happy with 1, be really happy with 2. And obviously, if I get all 3, well, that's just a huge success. Huge success. So, hopefully we can at least get 1. So, here we go. Let me think of what I should do. I'm not very strong yet. I'm just kidding. Look at my numbers. Look at my numbers. It doesn't matter who I use. Let's go. Let's go. We'll use Chainsaw Man because he's pretty cool. Chainsaw Man, tiny little boulder doing what he can, driving with his little wheels on the ground, with his chainsaw in your face. That's the Chainsaw Man solo. Making Chainsaw Man have some music here, because he deserves it. This is the epic story. Chainsaw Man will go and continue until he dies, and then it'll be the story of someone else. Right now, it's the story of Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man with his tiny forklift, it gives me 100% on Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man. My forklift is a legendary. It gives me 100% damage on Chainsaw. That's how Chainsaw Man is so strong. Chainsaw Man, driving through the land, killing all who oppose him with his mighty hand of Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man. Dude, he just kills people fast. His forklift also helps prevent him from flipping. Very important. Boulders are easy to flip, unless they have a forklift properly equipped. So it makes him much better than if you didn't have one. Go, tiny little Chainsaw Man. Oh no, he flipped. But it'll be okay. Or, this is the end of Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man. He was defeated. Chainsaw Man. He was defeated. Alright, so now it's the legend of Sneaky Man. Sneaky Man with his double rockets coming to save the day. Pew 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 pew. That's what he does. Oh no! Double Rocket Man, he was also defeated. But it's okay, because Whale Man comes to save the day. If I have trouble beating this, then it's not fair, because no one should be as strong as me. So if I can't get through it, then what the heck is everyone else gonna do? Never beat gang fights. And what's the point of gang fights? It's unbeatable. Level 3 and it's already kind of hard? They definitely ruined this. How is anyone ever supposed to get through it? Unless you're incredibly overpowered. In which case, why would those be the only people who can get through it? Since those are the people they're trying to keep from gaining from this. Yeah, they're not really doing a great job of balancing it, but we'll have to deal with it for now. Like, look at this. This guy is way too strong for such an early round. You know it, Chainsaw Man's coming back. Chainsaw Man with a little lifter and a forklift and a tiny knob in the front, 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 tiny metal knob in the front. Goodbye, Chainsaw Man. We're sending you to your death. Chainsaw Man didn't understand, but now he's dead. Now he's dead. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. So now we take Blasty Man. Blasty Man, blast them like no one can. Blasty Man, he blasts everyone, man. I hope I can get through this without using any gems, because if I use all my gems right now, I won't have any for the next 2 cycles, you know? And I might really need them. Okay, now I gotta start thinking. He's got a minigun and a shotgun and a lifter. Lifter's gonna hit, minigun won't do much, shotgun will make him worthless. But I need to use the right person against him. Last guy's a boulder who jumps me. Gonna need to save Double Rocket Man for him. So we either use Whale or Chainsaw Man for the first guy. Well, if I use Chainsaw Man, we both lifter each other. He doesn't move and I do. He's closer to the wall and I'm not. Mathematically, neither one of us should kill each other. The wall should kill it. Now, his advantage here is his shotgun. Once flipped, he may push me to the other wall with his shotgun. That's, in my mind, that's his best bet of being able to win. And since that's, in my mind, the only way he can win, I'm taking my chances. Well, that was actually really cool. He didn't flip. It hit the middle of him and just lifted him into the air, and he was shooting me from the air. And if you saw that, that was really cool. The minigun was just like shooting all over the place, eventually hitting me a few times and killing me. It was worth losing to that. That was cool to watch. Now, I need to beat him. Either one's going to take 2 hits to kill him. So yeah, I was really counting on flipping faster than that and hitting him upside down once. I should have used the whale because he's not going to flip. It shouldn't be this difficult at this round, but whatever. That was the first guy, so that's bad. Well, if I lose this, I have to restart it and just use whale on the first guy. But actually, that might be the best guy. Oh, I needed the other guy for this, so I'm going to have to redo it. That's okay. I forgot about that. You know, I obviously, when I used the sneaky on that first guy, I obviously had forgotten that I had just concluded I needed to save him for the last guy, so we'll do it again. It should be simple. As long as I can beat this guy. Yeah, I definitely should have used the whale. I knew he wouldn't flip. I just thought that the double rocket would work as well. It's okay. Live and learn, my son, live and learn. If you're going to lose a fight like that, you might as well try to learn from it. And you got no chance against this dude. Well, okay, you had even less of a chance than no chance, but if he had landed, he still would have gotten taken out. I got the right vehicles for the right opponents. The right vehicles for the right opponents. I've got really, really, really good setups. Not just, you know, a lot of attack. Not just a lot of health. I have, you know, strategic vehicle, weapon, gadget, wheel placements. Everything is, you know, very specifically chosen. Like the whale, repulse on the front. It's low to the ground. Usually hits first. Has a good chance to launch, push back, and flip, which helps because I'm using a rocket, so as they're getting pushed back away from me, unable to hit me because they're aiming upwards and too far away for melee, my rocket just keeps hitting them. So that's a huge advantage. Also, if they eventually get back to me, the forklift flips them. So that's like a double threat on defense. Combine that with the fact that it's a rocket, which hits early, and is, you know, superior to mostly every other weapon. It's got everything you could want, plus it's a whale with a huge back wheel, unflippable with a forklift, unflippable with a lifter. You realize that? This whale, set up like this, cannot be flipped. Cannot be repulsed back to flip either. Cannot be flipped. I mean, there may be, like, you know, if you tried, like, for, like, an hour with, like, every available vehicle, with every available setup, you could probably eventually get, you know, a lifter to hit in the right spot and use a sticky wheel or a booster to get really close up to me and wedge onto me really quick. And then if you had a forklift, it might flip me. Like, it's possible to flip, but you're not going to see any of these guys flip me because it would take the perfect setup to flip this whale. You could get a forklift under me, and even if my forklift didn't push you away, which it will, if I didn't even have the forklift on or the repulse, this whale is just hard to flip. Even if you got the forklift all the way under me and lifted me fully, he just falls right back down, doesn't flip back over. So that's really good. The sneaky, the repulse, same thing, pushes you back. Double rockets, really good. When I flip, I still hit you with the double rockets, and if you get behind me, I still hit you with the double rockets. So he's really good for boulders that get behind you. He's really good for guys who use a lot of lifters and repulses, because this sneaky will flip, but he'll probably be right next to you when you flip him and just continue hitting you with the double rockets, so it doesn't make a difference. And my boulder is very, very hard to flip. You can't flip him with a repulse, period. You can flip him with a forklift, though. For his forklift keeps him stable, so repulses don't affect him. They push him back momentarily, like a foot or two, but it doesn't flip him, it doesn't do much. His lifter does hit. It's really hard to get. If you've ever used boulders, it's really difficult to use rockets or lifters because they don't, when they fall, if they use the same kind of wheels, generally they're going to rock back a lot and aim towards the sky and then balance out and eventually go straight. So lifters will usually just miss. They'll either go way above the guy or sometimes they go way below the guy. It's incredibly difficult to get the wheels right and the gadgets right because the forklift completely changes where he aims and how stable he is. If I take the forklift off, he doesn't hit with the lifter anymore. And if I use any other combination of wheels, he also doesn't hit with the lifter. I had to use both the forklift and this particular set of wheels. It definitely took me 20 to 30 minutes just trying different wheels, different gadgets, trying the bottom, the top for the lifter and the forklift until I finally got this combination to get the lifter to hit every time. Of course, that limited what kind of wheels I could use, but it ended up being two wheels that I do like to use on boulders, so it's awesome. Chainsaw isn't the best weapon, but I got a legendary forklift, so the chainsaw is pretty strong. So he's pretty good. So those are my three guys, and they're good for different things. So I have some they're really good setups. So let's look at this. We're hoping that drill is more than half of his damage. It probably is. Drills get a pretty good high damage rating because they're melee, and rockets don't. So if he's got, we'll call it 400. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say at least 200 of that is in the drill. It's a really safe thing to assume. It's also possible that 230 or 240 of it is in the drill. It's possible. I don't know, he could have just added damage to the rocket, so maybe that's more of the damage. I can't know specifically, sorry, I can't talk. But assuming that neither one of those has damage boxes added to it, and if just assuming they're the same star value, which of course we don't know, the fact that they're using a wooden body still means that they aren't too far into the new material. Otherwise, they would have gotten an updated sneaky body they'd be using instead. That means they're probably, on round 5. They're probably, at the first round of metal parts. They've got 2 wheels on, but any wheel you get in the new material is going to have more health. So that makes sense why they put those on. Same thing with the weapons. But they haven't been on it long and don't have any good parts. If they did, they would have gotten a metal sneaky body by now and would definitely be using it, but they're not. That being said, they haven't been there long, could not have possibly earned many damage boxes to be adding, so neither one of those weapons has added damage, based on that conclusion. That being said, they're probably both 1-star weapons. The sneaky body is probably a 5-star sneaky body and has a lot of power. That's the only way he's able to use these both weapons on the sneaky, which means they're both low-star weapons, or else he wouldn't have the power to use them. It's possible that he has a new sneaky body, but it's a 1-star, and it simply doesn't have enough power to use both of these weapons, so he has to continue using an old body. That being said, we know these aren't high-star weapons, so we're going to actually assume that the drill is more powerful than the rocket. We're going to assume the rocket is only about 150, 175. That being said, I can take more than 2 hits from it. That being said, I'm not worried about the rocket at all. Because I have to get hit by it once. That's it. So we're going to lifter him so he can't hit us. He's going to hit me with one rocket. Provided that I shoot above his drill, which I'm pretty positive I will. Hopefully I don't just lift him into the air like the other guy. But either way, what I'm hoping here, he hits me with one rocket. I lifter him. I push him over. And I just kill him. Either that happens, or my lifter gets popped immediately, which would be devastating. That means we're both going to contact each other. I get hit by the rocket and his drill and another rocket before I flip him. That could kill me, actually. That might kill me. So if that happens, my chainsaw doesn't have enough time to kill him. So, so it really just hinges on, does that lifter lift him enough to get my forklift enough time to only take one rocket? And if that goes like that, I win. If it doesn't, I probably lose, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. And it would preserve my other vehicles from taking damage, because this rocket's going to hit someone. I'd rather have it hit him. Do it. Well, it was exactly what I said would happen, but it wasn't one of the things. Like I said, if I can get him up in time and get under him, that's good. I was only trying to take one rocket. I only took one rocket. But I was also hoping that if I only took one rocket and got under him, that the drill would never touch me, which it did. So it went according to plan. His drill didn't contact me long enough to kill me, because see, I was thinking either the setup works and his drill doesn't touch me, or it doesn't work, the drill does touch me, and I die as a result. And it was somewhere in the middle, because the drill did touch me, but like I said, it all hinged upon the lifter, which did work efficiently enough, so I did ultimately win. So it was a good call. It was worth it, even though I lost all the health on this. I just wanted to get rid of that rocket he had. Because remember, if they were using rockets, I'm taking damage. I don't want my other guys to take any damage if I can help it, to go into the last enemy. So it's worth throwing away this, because this boulder is only going to be good against certain people because he's a chainsaw. He's not going to be good against everyone. It's just the way it works. So if you find someone you can use him against that works, sometimes it's best just to throw him away against that guy. Now I have both of my ranged weapon guys at full health, and I'm going to breeze through. If I do this, whether he lands on his feet or not, let's say best case scenario, he lands on his back and just sits back at my wall and never moves again. I'm eventually coming back across the thing, and I think I get to him before the wall does. So he's going to one-hit kill me eventually. There's also a chance that he kills me as he jumps over me. My lifter gives me a little better chance of that not happening, but it's still a good chance. It really just depends on how his boulder jumps. So I'm going to do this one. Either he literally kills me as he approaches me with his blade, because I only have 29 health. If that does not happen, what I'm hoping for, and I actually think there's about a 30% chance of winning. So I am planning on losing this fight. But you don't know, and this boulder's worthless against anyone else, and there's a chance he can win against this guy, because if he jumps me without touching me and lands against the wall and doesn't move, we're already assuming a lot, but we have to, my boulder goes kind of slow. If I go all the way down and take too long getting back, the wall could reach him first. Like I said, I think there's less than a 25% chance. 25% is 1 out of 4. I'd say 1 out of 5. 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5. Because this can happen. Now, if I had 2 knobs on, it would be a better chance of happening. That back wheel is going to speed me up quite a bit. I'm probably getting back in time. But I don't know. And like I said, this boulder won't help me against anyone else. So let's see if it goes well. Didn't touch me. Did land on, did get the, okay, so everything went like I was saying I would hope it would go if I'm going to win. Now, do I get back in time? See, there's the problem. You got to flip that forklift over. If the forklift had come back over, he would have slowed down again. See? Perfect call. I did barely get back in time before the wall, which I said I probably would, but you see that wall was about to kill him. So like I said, in my opinion, there was like a 25 to 20% chance of winning that. But you'll notice I was only 1% away from winning that fight. So that was worth it to me to take that risk, even though I was, I thought I was going to lose. But I knew there was a chance that I could win. And as you can see, that easily, if I was like 3 inches away, that wall would have killed him. So that was worth it. Now, let's just destroy this guy with this guy. Now, the reason I didn't use this guy right away is because, watch, I could have taken damage there, and I didn't want to. But I didn't know if his blade would hit me. There was always that chance that the blade hit me as I approached him. And it almost did, but it didn't. Okay, so, oh yeah, if I had used this guy against him, I could have used my boulder against this boulder. But that, it's part of it. Get him. But I don't need to, because, that's what's going to happen to him. I took, like, 1 damage. Not worry about it. Perfect, let's go. So yeah, do your research. Take your time, think about it, think it through, analyze it. Try to calculate what you can. You can't calculate everything. But the more scenarios you're prepared for, the better idea you have of what's going to happen. So let's look at Ty. He's got a harpoon and a chainsaw. He's going to try to stay near me and chainsaw me. So it's going to lower the effectiveness of my repulses. Is he actually going to hit me, though? Because he's got a knob. I bet he probably does hit me with it. Let's look at the other guys, too. The second guy, gotta lifter him, because that laser will kill me. In 1 shot. Oh, goodness, look at the last guy. I might have to use a double rocket. This might be a replace. That last guy, if he didn't have a forklift. The last guy, obviously, the only way I can beat the last guy is with my boulder. And that's if the rocket shoots, the minigun shoots, and then we're in heaven because I'm dead after 1 shot. Okay, so we're just gonna play this one for fun. Can't beat him. I was gonna say, if I could hit him with the lifter and lift him a little bit, get under him so he doesn't actually flip but stays under me, both the minigun and the double rocket will continue to miss me. But like I said, I'm pretty sure he kills me in 1 shot. So it's not gonna happen. We'll try anyway, and then we're gonna replace him. The question is, do I use the whale or the sneak? The sneak has no way of defending itself after the harpoon latches on. So he's just going to toast me with that chainsaw. Whereas the whale has a chance to use that forklift, so we're going to go with it. And the harpoon totally missed. Sickness. Rock on. Okay, same thing with this. Okay, gotta think. He's going to take full repulse damage, and I have additional power on my repulses, so they're extra strong. I upgraded them twice, so my repulses, are almost as strong as they can be. Not health increase, repulse power increase, so it launches them harder. And he has really good wheels for this. He's going to go all the way back and hit the wall when I repulse him. The drill will barely touch me, and I believe he'll actually be aiming into the sky when the laser fires, and then he'll die. I don't think I'll take more than 1 or 2 damage, maybe 10. It's hard to actually tell how much damage have I lost so far. It looks like a couple. It's probably like 15. I don't even know. But the thing is, this goes how I think. I don't think he's going to do anything to me. But what might happen is I repulse him. He is going to go all the way back, I'm positive. But if he somehow didn't go very far back, I'm sorry, why wouldn't someone just tell me to shut up? He isn't going to get to fire the laser. I kill him in 2 rockets. But you see he was aimed slightly upwards, so his laser probably would have went over me. But as he came back down, it would have hit me. But it doesn't matter, because like I said, 2 rockets always fire before the laser, and that was enough to kill him, so he was never going to get to fire that laser. Now, next guy. This one's a toss-up. Oh, it's the last guy. We're going in with Boulder. Alright, so like I said, okay, this is what happens. Right off the bat, the minigun fires for an unknown amount of damage. They're actually high rating, so we're going to guess it's a little more than half their damage. So let's just say it's a 500 minigun. Minigun immediately fires for 100. That hurts. Rocket fires next, as does the lifter. Rocket hits. Oh goodness! For like, if it only hits for 300, I'm dead after that. So I lose. I mathematically, provided that they both hit me, which they are aimed perfectly, they will hit me. There is a slight chance that minigun is going to miss below me with the first shot. That's actually what's going to happen, probably, because the minigun fires immediately before the vehicle gets a chance to stabilize. So oftentimes the minigun's first shot, unless your wheels are perfect, will go below the person completely. Probably gonna happen, but it might not. But even if it does, that rocket might actually have enough to kill me all by itself. So my lifter might get to him, but his rocket's getting to me at the same time. The only way I could actually win this, and this is looking like a 2% chance, is if the minigun misses with the first shot. That's an absolute must. The rocket's going to hit me. The rocket has to not kill me with one hit. My lifter has to then lift him up enough that the minigun's next shot, which is the next thing that happens, goes above me. I don't think... So the minigun has to miss below me first, get hit by a lifter, and then raise up above me. I'm almost positive that that minigun is going to shoot somewhere in the middle, and he's going to hit me. I don't think he's going to miss low and then have enough time for the lifter to make him miss high. I think he's going to take a shot in the middle too. But to win, he has to miss low, rocket hits me, lifter has to lift him up, the rocket has to continue missing, the minigun has to continue missing, and then I have to wedge myself under him without flipping him so they can continue not to hit me. It's possible, but for instance, if that double rocket is 393 power or more, there's a 0% chance of me winning because I'm going to die on the first hit, period. That being said, they both have the same health. That's kind of cool. They both have 393, so either one of these is one hit. So the whale is the only guy that can actually take 2 hits. Now, if he had a lifter as well, I'd be set. But as it is, he's going to repulse him. And he's not going to flip the whale because he has a forklift. But he's going to push him out of the way. Now I'm not going to be able to use my forklift against him right away. And I'm getting absolutely toasted. So I'm going to lose all 3, and I'm going to lose them the way I predicted. Let's watch. And if I win, I'll be really happy and surprised. But I'm not going to. Here we go. It hits me dead. Okay, so the minigun did not miss low, which mathematically canceled out my chance of winning. And the rocket killed me, and we're dead. So that was how that went, because he's just got too much damage. So let's use this guy next. Getting toasted, man. Getting toasted, man. So let's replace him. Before you replace anyone, the one check you always want to make is, can I beat them if I simply use vehicles that jump over them and hit them behind with blades? Because if they're just using a minigun or just a rocket or a laser or a drill, you might be able to get away with that. But as you will remember, he has a 400 plus double rocket. So that eliminates that as a possibility. So we're not even going to try it. Because obviously I'll jump behind him and that double rocket will shoot one more time if it has to, and I'm dead. So I'm not going to do that. But look, if he didn't have that double rocket, I could do that to him and beat him. Now, the only other possibility here is I could use a classic that boosts really quick up to him and gets under him, but there's a few things that won't happen. He has a forklift, so it's not going to work well, and he's using a knob in the front, so I actually might not be able to make contact with his wheel. I'll be contacting his vehicle, in which case it will not lift him at all. So, no chance that the classic method will work there either. So, we're replacing. Alright, what we got? Laser Man. Okay, he obviously isn't going to get to fire the laser, because I'm going to flip him. Bust. Well, he might fire it, but no problem. Just repulse him. Next. Titan. Excellent chance that my repulse will flip him too. His blade will hit, but not worried. A lot of health, but that's it. Yeah. It's actually going to do some good damage with the blade just because he has so much health. So let's prepare for the last guy who's got a double rocket. That's bad. Okay, he's a triangle. That means if we use our repulse and flip him, he won't be aimed at us. He'll just be aimed at weird directions. So it's essential to have a repulse for the last guy. It's essential for all of these. So since we absolutely need a repulse for the last guy, we can't beat him. I'm sorry, the lifter actually might work just as well. So we're actually going to use our guys in the order that we have them. Hold on. Here's the thing, with my whale, I'm going to repulse him to the wall and then follow him. Okay, I'll kill him in two hits. Okay, I was going to say, if he takes 3 hits, the forklift might ruin it. But it won't. Alright, here we go. Wow, I'm so slow that I wasn't going to get to repulse him before. His laser was going to fire before we contacted. So there's actually a chance he could have hit me if he was farther away and my rocket didn't reach him in time. But it's all good. We got him. Alright, next. Do I want to use this or that? The whale moves much slower than the sneaky, so that means we'll stay farther away from him after we repulse him, and we might not get hit as much. The sneaky would catch up to him right away and get hit every time that the Titan swings it. So I might be able to evade 1 or possibly 2 extra hits by using the whale, which is 83 damage times however many hits I evade. So I'm going to save a lot more health if I use the whale. Alright, so now we're on the last guy. Let's think about this. We just gotta be, I mean, we could just use every guy in order, but I just want to be, I want to see what this dude does against him. Okay, I'm I'm like 80% plus positive that my lifter hits above their weapons, so that means their weapons aren't going to pop it. At that point, let's just watch what happens. Dude, if you don't have a lifter, get one. Obviously, you can't really help that. But if you do have a lifter and you're not using it, your main priority should be finding a vehicle that can utilize it well. Because if utilized well, the lifter is the best gadget. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Turbo. Yay! Number nine. Well, he's gonna get repulsed, and so is he. So it's just about the last guy. He's got 190, so... So mathematically, I need to use... Well, all my guys can take 2 hits, so there's really no math involved. Repulse, win. Let's go. Now, let's be smart, though. Which guy do I want to use? Got more health. What damage am I going to take? I'm going to take a tiny little bit from the chainsaw. I don't actually think I can flip him because of that. It's hard to tell. I might flip him because of the forklift. I might actually not flip him because of the forklift. So, if I don't, obviously I'm taking a lot more damage. He's got a huge wheel in the back. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Alright. That's basically what I thought. I wasn't in any way worried about that guy. Let's go. Exchange blows and I die. Moving on to the next dude. You gotta do it, little man. Now, I lost. So here's what we're gonna do. I'll teach you a little trick. We're just gonna go for the guaranteed win with doing the least amount of work possible. And all we have to do for that is add a little tiny bit of damage. How good is this classic? I'm gonna keep him 10 power. It's kind of garbage. What weapon would I even use on him? We'll keep him, like the wheel placement too. Alright. Perfect. So, all we have to do now is increase the damage, and we're obviously going to win without doing any... I don't want to take any chances that I lose, because I don't have any other retries, and if I do, I'm saving them. So, to the last guy. So, we're going to up the damage just a bit to guarantee us the win. You can see I'm using metal parts to upgrade because they give me infinitely more upgrade experience, especially on a wooden part. That honestly should be, that's way more than I need. Okay, so watch. Don't have to think at all. We just do the exact same thing and we are guaranteed to win. Oh, I'm an idiot. Obviously I should use the sneaky since the sneaky didn't do well against the next guy and the whale would have. I wouldn't have even had to do that. I wouldn't have even had to add damage. But that's okay. We're going to go with it just to show that it works. Oh, no, never mind. It doesn't matter. The sneaky had to be used against this guy and he would have anyway. Okay, nothing could have been done differently. Okay, so that was exactly what we needed to do. Continue. I was thinking that the sneaky died on the second guy, in which case it would totally change things, but it was this guy, so he was always going to have to face him. Now, we're going to take him out just in the nick of time. As according to plan. BMOG1. Okay. First guy needs to be lifted away from danger. The boulder's gonna rock his world. Second guy, he's got a laser. LOL. It's not gonna hit anyone. Second guy, my sneaky is gonna destroy. Last guy's the only problem. He's got a harpoon, which appears to aim upwards. It might not even hit. It might though. Double rocket. It's a weak one. Let's do it. We good. Sneakman. Do me proud, Sneakman. Okay, couldn't finish him with Sneakman, but did what we could. Finish him off, Whale. Ooh, he takes 2 hits. He's gonna have 4 health left. What are we going to do if he has 4? It's a chance we keep him in front of us with the repulse, but if we don't, if he gets behind us, he's going to kill us. But it's really unlikely that this guy does anything. Gotta go for it. Wow, that was kind of cool. Okay, let me think about it. Don't want to replace if I don't have to. One retry remaining. How's that possible? Didn't I replace? Don't you get free retry? Oh, I must have used them. Alright, so let me think here. First guy did some good damage to me. I think I'm going to change my boulder to a jumping boulder. Oh wait, I can change my sneaky wheels to kill him faster. Let me do some math here. I think the first guy would kill my whale. So if I just kill him with my boulder, and then I change my sneaky to kill the second guy by himself, without taking any damage actually. I have a full sneaky for the last guy, who could do some serious, you do at least 400 damage. That plus the boulder might be enough to kill him. But I still have my whale at this point? Who killed the whale? I still have the whale too. Alright, it's all about just changing that one sneaky whale. You gotta think through. Now that is a legendary. So I'm gonna have to change. I'm in trouble. Whew, which wheel adds more is the question. Okay. We still need enough health to absorb some damage. So we got 287. Be lower, be lower. Yes. Perfect. Okay. I was really wanting to replace the legendary, not the other one, because I really wanted to use this knob still. Okay, who else? Who's a nasty knob? No, we gotta keep it on them. Might be what we have to do. Let me just make sure I didn't miss something. Like a boosted. Okay, that's all we do. That's all we change. And you'll see why. Reason being, when I'm fighting that boulder that jumps me with my sneaky, I'll hit him the whole time. I had a larger back wheel on before, and when I was far away from him, all my shots went over him until I got close. So that's why he killed me, because I had to get close to him and he started hitting me with his blade. He can't do that now, so it's going to go differently. I did use this guy on there. You gotta really think carefully when you're trying to get your legendaries, because you really don't want to waste those retries, and you only want to replace when absolutely necessary, unless you're made of gems, and I'm not. So watch how differently this one goes, because of that one wheel adjustment. Hit me once, but that's much better than the last time. Okay, so we'll start out. What should I start out with? Gotta make sure is there any advantage to starting with anyone over anyone else? I'm pretty sure there isn't when it's the last guy. I think I've already thought this through, but in case there is, there really isn't. Everyone do your damage. How much is left? 346. I feel like for some reason my whale missed last time, because I just don't remember that he did any damage, but I don't know why that would be. If so, I should have changed the back wheel. This might be a disaster. No, he hits, okay. Oh, he hits twice. Oh, he killed him. Okay, winner. So guys, you can see that I ran into a few situations that were difficult, but you'll notice when you're problem solving, you want to change the fewest amount of things possible to fix it. Like on the first one, if you change a whole bunch of things, now you actually aren't quite sure how it's going to work at all, and you can't risk that. So all I did was up the damage on my chainsaw, because, you know, he had a sliver of health when he beat me. So if I just up the damage by 10 or 15, you know, guaranteed to win. So that was the only adjustment I made there. And then the second time I realized that wait, what just happened? I fought the first guy with my boulder the first time. I must have fought the second guy with my whale the second time. No, I didn't. I used the sneaky. He killed the sneaky. Did he damage my whale? Because, as you remember, for the last opponent, for the first try, I started with the chainsaw guy, the chainsaw boulder. He killed me. He had like half health left. Then I switched to my whale because it was the only thing I had left, and he killed my whale. But this time, I started with the chainsaw guy and also went immediately to my whale, but I killed him. That only conclusion, because I don't remember, is that I must have actually, when I had to kill their second guy with my whale the first time, he must have damaged me. didn't he laser me from the sky and kill me? And I said it was cool. That's what happened. He killed my whale. I had to kill him with my chainsaw. I didn't have my whale for their last guy. So, as you can see, changing that one wheel on the sneaky, even though it lowered my health. Remember, I replaced the legendary tire for a knob. And what that did is it allowed me to just hit him more times with my double rocket. And I killed him, and that changed everything. So I only had to make 2 small adjustments. Careful, you have to do careful adjustments. Think it through. You can't just adjust anything. But since I was able to identify each time one small adjustment that would essentially change the entire thing, that ended up being the best thing to do. So I only made those small adjustments and was able to win. Let's see what the legendaries, guys. Really excited for my legendary. I only had to replace once. It's like these 20 is my gems. That means I might be able to get a couple more legendaries. Oh my, oh my, oh my, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Repulse of legends, the best legendary I have ever gotten in my life. No better legendary exists than Health on Whale Repulse. Guys, this is the best legendary I've ever gotten. Whoops, I didn't mean to switch it. But you remember what it was. There's a lot of legendaries that are good, but there are some that are just the absolute best kind of bonus on the best kind of thing. And for instance, a legendary knob on your favorite vehicle, one of the best legendaries you could possibly get. And a repulse on a whale is one of the best gadgets on one of the best vehicles. You put it in the front like I'm using, and it works for so many different reasons. And it's a health legendary. So now, when I'm on round 20 plus, that repulse is going to be worth so much health. And repulses don't cost much power to equip. I forget if that was a 1 power or a 2 power. Hopefully it was a 1 power. It hopefully was. And that means I can throw it on any vehicle that has 1 power, if it's a 1 power one. Which is so easy to use, you know? Guys, that legendary absolutely changes the rest of my game. It already changes things. I'm using a whale with a repulse. It's about to have a legendary repulse. That's going to add a bunch of health right now. And as the rounds progress, it's going to add more and more and more health as my whale bodies have more base health. Sometimes you get legendaries that aren't that great. I got a chainsaw legendary with damage on itself. It's cool for right now. Chainsaw Man's using it. But guess what? Next round already, it'll be... Nope, sorry. It's already worthless. I'm not using my legendary chainsaw. I'm using a regular chainsaw that's just more powerful than my legendary chainsaw. Because my legendary chainsaw was like 1 or 2 rounds ago, and it's max leveled. It's already too weak to use. So that legendary was nice when I immediately got it, but it's already outdated. Like I said, weapons with damage on themselves are the worst legendary. They're great for that round. They might even work the next round if you had damage. But after that, they're weak, and there's nothing you can do about it. But this repulse, not only will it never be worthless, it will only increase in the health that it gives me until I get to the last round, when it will go from having like 100 health or whatever, like 10 health, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't have much health on it initially right now. It just doubles my vehicle health. So it doesn't actually carry any health right now. Very, very little. But on the last round, when the boxes are like, I don't remember if they're like 10,000 health each or something crazy, I'll add like as many boxes of health as I can to it. So not only will it double my insane whale health, the repulse itself is going to have insane health. Because I'm going to wait till then to add the boxes. Do you realize my vehicle will probably... I'm aiming for 1,000,000 health. You heard me. 1,000,000. I promise you I'll have over 500,000. I already do. What I mean by that is if you gave me, 5-star parts, I forget what the last... Is it carbon or is there something after carbon? I think it might be carbon. Let's just... If it's not carbon, forgive me, but assuming that the last material is carbon, you give me a 5-star carbon setup. Not the best, just average 5-star last material parts, whale, rockets, all that. The legendaries I already have, being equipped to that, adding the boxes from that round, I'll already have over 500,000 health. Just from the legendaries I already have. Now if you factor into that I'm going to get new legendaries, and when I get to that round, I'm going to not just get any old whale, any old rocket. I'm obviously going to farm that round until I get, really good whale bodies to use, something with 2 gadgets and a weapon, or a gadget and 2 weapons, or whatever works for me, whatever I find the best. And then I'm going to add health and all that. And then I'm going to add health to my legendaries and equip all that. That's going to be so much more than 500,000. So it's going to be devastation. So I'm set up really well. That legendary was huge, man. I've been getting some okay legendaries lately. And I've gotten like 1 or 2 insanely good ones. This one is so good. I can't tell you how good this is. I can't even get you to understand just how good. Any health legendary is good. If it's on your best vehicle, your favorite vehicle, a sneaky, a whale, some people have really good success with other ones. Those are my best too. I have really, really good strategies that utilize their, their size, their shape, their angles, their gadget placement. So getting a legendary health on your favorite vehicle is great. But then if it's on a gadget, it's also, because it could be a useless gadget. This could be a back pedal or a booster, which could work in certain, if you have a legendary booster with damage on blade, hello boulder, but a legendary booster like or a legendary back pedal, sometimes you can make it work, but you can't always make it work. It might make your vehicle flip backwards and then okay, you're useless now, or it may make you hit the back wall and have your first rocket shot aim into the sky. That's not good either. So you might not be able to really utilize that back pedal, that legendary health back pedal. But this repulse is really easy to use, and even if it goes on a vehicle where it's in a bad spot and isn't doing anything, it's not hurting you either and just giving you health. But the repulse is an incredibly useful gadget. It's great if you're using rockets or double rockets or lasers. If you're using ranged weapons and it gives you damage, it's excellent, excellent, excellent. It's also great if it gives you health. So it's just a really, really, really good legendary to get. My other favorite legendaries are, legendary knobs and legendary wheels. But really sick, guys. Really, really sick. Let's equip it. Dude, you realize I have 2 legendary whale wheels, or not wheels, but legendary whale things. Yeah, that was 30% on rocket. We're gonna say goodbye to that though. Now my health won't go up all that much because remember, my vehicle body doesn't have much health on it. As the actual vehicle body itself has more and more health, that's what gets doubled. So this isn't going to be devastating yet, but it will be eventually. So let's see what it is. 48. And we're at 654. Let's see what our damage went down a little. Let's see from what? 227. No. Okay, it's a little bit 221. Not a big deal. The big deal is the health. Now, if I wanted that damage back, I could put the repulse on the other one. But I like that forklift. It keeps me from flipping and keeps me from lifting up much. So, guys, it's looking really sweet. Oh, hello, Rocket. So, thanks for watching. I'm sorry it was an hour long, but that was sweet. Really sweet. Beautiful.